Well, here we are. Hey everybody, it's Michael, and this is my week 11 reflection of The Artist's Way, a spiritual path to higher creativity. And I actually, this morning, just read week 12's chapter, which is the last and final chapter, which is really, really wild. Chapter 12 was called Recovering a Sense of Faith. But I believe chapter 11, which I'm going to reflect on today, was titled Recovering a Sense of Autonomy. Yeah, so if you've been following the Artist's Way recovery journals that I've been posting, well, I haven't made chapters, reflections for weeks 9, 10, and then I still need to post the one for 8. That feels pretty unfinished, but I don't know, you guys. I think I'm just gonna post this one right when I finish it, for, I don't know, in maybe if I put my, what is it called, my playlist together that I've been making, I'll put my video titled like Overcoming My Creative Block right after week 7, because that kind of explains where I've been and what has kind of like kept me from releasing week 8, and also like why I've been a little bit in a U-turn at that point. So the continuity for the videos is going to be like week 7 explainer explainer video, week 11, possibly week 8 after this, and then 9 and 10, I don't know. I've been thinking, should I just do it all right now and give you the 9 and 10? But let me just talk about week 11 first, and maybe I'll do it later, and we'll see what gets released. Anyways, I'm super happy that we made it. I made it. I did it. I made it all the way to week 12, and I feel really good. I feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna get emotional, but a lot of things happened that I feel like I was in tune with this book in a way that was a little bit uncomfortable, where like the chapter, the week where it was like, okay, like this is what creative U-turns are. I had a huge creative U-turn, you know? So, and I think week 11, reading this week, I think, where did I talk about it? So actually the, what I was just talking about, that video that explains kind of like how I've been blocked, I made that the day I read week 11, and it really, recovering a sense of autonomy really helped kind of pick me up out of my U-turn and like restore a lot for me. And so many blessings to that. I think for this video, I guess just as like a general recap, I've missed a couple of morning pages days the past like couple weeks, but none that have felt, I feel like I just want to start maintaining like better consistency with that, and just doing it in the beginning of my day, because when I let myself do it in the afternoons or the evenings, then it's like, okay, I'm going out, and I'm like, maybe I'll do it when I get back from like being out, and then it's like 11 p.m. or it's midnight and I have missed it, you know? But that's the general reflection or check-in, because she always asks you about that. But let me read some highlights from week 11, and you know, we can just walk away feeling happy and good. So like I said, this is Recovering a Sense of Autonomy, and in it she examines the ongoing ways, or I guess we examine the ongoing ways in which we must nurture and accept ourselves as artists. We explore the behaviors that can strengthen our spiritual base and therefore our creative power. We take a special look at the ways in which success must be handled in order that we not sabotage our freedom. Wow, okay. So in this she talks about acceptance and about how being true to the inner artist often results in work that sells, but not always. And we have to free ourselves from determining our value and the value of our work by the work's market value. We need to understand that our credibility lies within ourselves. We need to create what wants to be created. I think, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but these chapters really are just about pounding in the same ideas in kind of like different perspectives. So it's always like we need to let the child within express themselves. I wrote, my self-respect comes from doing the work, and that's just being an artist. If we don't create, we get crabby. The more we nurture our artist child, the more adult I am able to appear. And creativity is oxygen for our souls. Oh, this is one that I really liked. We need to make our own rules. There's a quote from Eugene Delacroix: "What moves men of genius, or rather what inspires their work, is not new ideas, but their obsession with the idea that what has already been said is still not enough." It's something I like to highlight. To be an artist is to acknowledge the astonishing. It is to allow the wrong piece in a room if we like it. It is to hang on to a weird coat that makes us happy. It is to not keep trying to be something that we aren't. So really like pounding that idea of self-acceptance. And then she goes on to talk about success. And I like wrote in bold, what has been said is still not enough. So she talks about how the importance of like, just repetition of, it's like, no, if we have like ideas that keep coming to us, it's like, those are important and we got to like dig into those. I actually rewrote this whole line because it stood out to me. And she talked about this ruthless truth that if we don't keep moving, we sink to the bottom and die. The choice is very simple. We can insist on resting on our laurels, or we can begin anew. The stringent requirement of a sustained creative life is the humility to start again, to begin anew. It is the willingness to once more be a beginner that distinguishes a creative career. So, yeah. I took away a lot from like, don't follow a formula, make new rules. Another quote that I pulled from here is, "It is necessary to overturn each day's schedule slightly to allow for those small adjustments in daily trajectory that over the long haul alter the course and the satisfactions of our careers." Yeah, I really enjoy like the idea of like the slow build and just daily changes, and slight differences to get to where I want to be. So I think that's really great. She talks about building my artist's altar, which is something that I'd love to do in the future. But a couple of the tasks that she has in this chapter, let's see, what's a fun one? Buy yourself a special creativity notebook, number pages 1 through 7. Give 1 page each to the following categories: health, possessions, leisure, relationships, creativity, career, and spirituality. With no thought as to practicality, list 10 wishes in each area. All right, it's a lot. Let yourself dream a little here. I circled, take out a piece of paper and plan 1 week's nurturing for yourself. This means 1 concrete, loving action every single day for 1 week. Please binge. And number 8 that I circled was, write and mail an encouraging letter to your inner artist. This sounds silly and feels very, very good to receive. Remember that your artist is a child and loves praise and encouragement and festive plans. So that is my, I guess, kind of notes and reflections on week 11. And thank you guys for being on the journey with me. I will be posting the rest of them, and in 7 days I should have the reflection on my week 12, which I can maybe also just like talk about the whole experience too. But yeah, okay. I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.